See, what the extremists want is to divide our world along fault lines of religion and culture. And so a lot of people in the West, may have stereotypes against Arabs and Muslims. But really what this fight is a fight between the civilized world and a bunch of crazy people who really want to take us back to medieval times. So, and we need to see it that way. And once we see it that way, then we realize that, this is about all of us coming together to defend our way of life.
And that's why whenever there is such an incredible manifestation of that common humanity, as happened, for example, on February 21st, when 1,000 Muslims surrounded a synagogue in Oslo, and then hundreds of other Norwegians surrounded another synagogue last Saturday in solidarity. It would be great, and there are many people in the media here, so all of us in the media have a responsibility to put these stories on the front pages, at the top of our sites, instead of treating them as afterthoughts and running this continuous reel of the beheadings, which simply, really, don't you think, reinforces what the extremists want us to do?
It is what they want to achieve at the end of the day. They are very adept at choosing social media to the internet is probably one of the best inventions at promoting ideas that ever existed. We can't let them hijack our identity and brand us in a way that they want. That this is something that we have to write our own narrative. And I think what happened with our pilot was horrific. And I think for many Jordanians, the scare tactics that these terrorists were using backfired against them, because it just angered Jordanians, and it made them, instead of making them scared, it just made them want to fight ISIS. And my husband said in a recent interview that we in Jordan are used to being outnumbered and outgunned, and we usually punch above our weight. And I think what happened is Jordanians really rallied around the flag and realized that this is something that it is our fight. And people call them ISIS, and I would love to drop the first I in that ISIS, because there's nothing Islamic about them. They have nothing to do with faith and everything to do with fanaticism. And I think as an international community, we would do well to not focus on the religious character of that group, because when we do, we give them undeserved legitimacy. It doesn't matter what they call themselves. It matters what we call them. And they want to be called Islamic, first of all, because, like I said, it gives them legitimacy, and it also helps with their recruitment. And also because it means that any action taken against them would automatically be called a war against Islam, which is exactly what they want it to be. They want it to be, like I said, the West coming against Islam. And because that will help them with their recruiting. And they want to see that clash of civilizations that people talk about. And, whether the clash of civilizations remains a concept or a reality is very much dependent on how we decide to do things.